Hey, what is shaking YouTube? So today we're going to take a look at this cheap Santoku knife I got on Amazon.com. So this was $17.99. You see this all over Amazon. There's a lot of these Santoku knives that they're exactly the same, but they'll be rebranded. So a lot of different companies are using this same knife. But this is the one that comes with the honing steel. It ranges from $17.99 to $20.99 depending on what accessory you get with it. So I picked the honing steel because I needed a new one anyways. And I just kind of need a cheap knife that I can beat the crap out of. The main knife I use most of the time is this $225 Kikuchi hand-hammered 8.5-inch chef knife. But there's some tasks that I don't, like if I'm going to be doing anything where there's bone or anything where the blade's going to come into contact with something hard, I don't like to use that knife. I want something cheaper. And I broke my last cheap knife. So I decided to go on Amazon. And this was the highest rated, Santoku style knife under $25. So yeah, I guess let's adjust the camera. We'll take a look at the packaging. We'll see how the knife is overall constructed from the handle to the blade steel. Yeah, and then we'll get to cutting with it. We'll see how well the blade holds up after some cutting tests. And let's go from there. So adjust the camera and let's do it. Okay guys, so here is the box. It actually is a pretty nice box. This company Cut, they also make a chef knife. They make all different knives. But like I said before, this knife is rebranded. You can find this exact same knife just with a different logo right there and a different logo on the blade on various spots on Amazon. It's all over the place. So here it just kind of gives you a little introduction. So the Cut Santoku knife, Japanese, technical, sophisticated for the ultimate cooking experience. 7-inch high-carbon steel blade, lighter, thinner, and more hardened. Premium walnut wood handle working with harmony, and a sheep's foot blade. That's the blade style. Razor sharp, providing a clean cutting edge, rust resistance, and easy to resharpen. Okay, so and then here it just talks about the knife hone, the cut sharpener, hone the true taste of using the right tools. 8-inch honing stool. Comfortable comfort grip handle made of walnut wood. Removes your knife's deformities without effect. Can be used for daily maintenance. And keep out of reach of children. All that good stuff on the bottom here. She's got our little product information. And yeah, so we get the little rusty trusty Max Ace Bella song. And let's open up this tape right here. Okay. Alright, and let's see what we got. Okay, so, but yeah, this would be a great box to, if you want to get somebody a knife for, oh man, look, it's another one in it. But even the outside box is a nice presentation for a gift. Oh man, this is really nice actually. Okay, so does this just flip open? Yeah, it's got a magnet, look at this. It's very satisfying feel, and sound, all that. Okay, so, here, okay, dun da da da. Okay, so also too, we're getting a microfiber towel to just keep the blade clean. Oh man, this is actually beautiful looking. Okay, so here we got this little card it comes with. Happy cooking is safe chopping. How to care for the knife. All that. Always wash it by hands. Towel dry them every time. Do not put them in the dishwasher. Yeah, nobody should. You should know that if you're getting a knife. Okay, so I can't tell if there's actually if this is just raw walnut wood or if it's got some type of varnish on it. No, I don't think it has a varnish or a stain on it. I think it actually might be untreated, which if that is the case, you're gonna need to put some stain on here. Well, actually, not so much on the hone because this doesn't really get wet and you don't get food on the hone really. But on the blade, oh man, this is actually a sick looking knife. Okay, so it's got a little sheath that comes in when you're first looking at it. But yeah, I don't know. I think this might actually be just raw wood. So I actually have some stain in my workshop. So I'm gonna put some stain on here before we get to cutting with it, because if you get a lot of the water will get absorbed into here and then bacteria can grow. It might actually have a coated hand. I can't tell. But there was other versions of this that were $2 more that had a darker wood here that probably were stained. But I actually have a feeling that this is just raw wood. So I already have some stain. I mean, it sucks. It'll take an hour or whatever for it to dry before I can use it. But I think you probably could use it right here. I would just be careful about getting the handle wet. No, make sure to dry it really good every time. But if you want to be able to be a little crazier with like it gets wet, no big deal, then I would definitely put some stain on there. Okay, so the blade. Okay, it does have a very sharp tip. Nice pointy tip. That's why I like this style blade, because you got the nice tip where you can still like get into things you really need to get at it. But for just like general chopping, like for chopping vegetables, I love this style blade. For dicing up an onion really quick or whatever. It does come with a razor sharp. I can probably cut my hair off with this. Oh yeah. There's a little. See those little hairs on my blade? Yeah, so don't worry, I'm gonna clean that before we cook with it. Okay, let me get a piece of paper, because I think out of the box, I mean, this seems pretty damn sharp right out of the box. Now let me grab a piece of paper really quick, and we'll do a little paper test. All right, let's see how well this cuts. Just some paper. Oh man. Oh, that was kind of a pretty good. Oh yeah. If you cut with the heel, it literally, oh my, yeah. Oh man, this is good right out of the box. I'm just not getting a good angle. Yeah. Yeah, like for being right out of the box, this is pretty darn good. I have a whetstone, but I'm not gonna. Oh. Okay, yeah, so right out of the box, it is sharp enough to get to cooking. Definitely right away. So I'm actually gonna go to the grocery store. I'm gonna pick up an onion, maybe, I don't know, so I'll get, I don't know, something. I'll get a chicken, quarter up a chicken, and I'll tell you just overall how it performs, but I really like the thinness. When I use a blade like this, I like to hold it like this. Actually, like, sometimes, yeah, if it depends what I'm doing. Sometimes I'll hold it like this, but most of the time I like to choke up on them like this when I cut, and I feel like, it just cuts. I don't know, I just like this blade style. I just like the way it feels in your hand. I feel like you get more control over the knife. I've always liked these type of knives, and yeah, the last one I had, I broke, so I'm glad I got a new one. Overall though, so far, it comes really sharp. I guess we'll have to see how it holds up. But it looks great. It comes with a great presentation. The honing steel looks really nice as well. Yeah, but I would spend the extra $2 and buy it with stain. Or I'll put the link in the description. Or buy it, if you have stain, just buy it and do it yourself. And then you can kind of pick what color you want. So I got some cherry stain, so I'm gonna put that on here. You know what though? It might be treated. I can't tell. I'm not really a woodworker. But it's hard to tell. It kind of almost looks like it's just bare wood. But it's very smooth. It's got a nice feel to it. It's very aesthetically pleasing. It actually seems like a pretty good quality knife. The blade is very thin, but that's what you want in this style of knife. A very, very thin blade. The spine isn't sharp. I mean, it does have an edge, like, it's not rounded, it's not a crown spine or anything, but it's not where like you're gonna like accidentally cut your hand on the backside of it or anything. So definitely razor sharp. I was able to cut my hair with it. I cut paper. Yeah, I'm gonna run to the grocery store. I'll throw some varnish on here or some stain of whatever kind I got, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, this is the stain that I had lying around, and I just put a tiny little bit on a rag, and I went ahead and did the handle of the hone already. It looks amazing. But yeah, so I don't even care anymore that I don't think the handle is finished. It might be, I don't know, it's hard for me to tell. But yeah, I think it looks awesome with that one. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it to this one. I'll run to the grocery store, and I'll see you guys when I get back. Alright guys, so first, let's try this onion. So okay, so it slices right through pretty good. Okay. I'm gonna use this to make a soup. So I'm just gonna really quick give this a little. Alright. So far, pretty good. Okay, so right off the bat, sliced that onion. Very good. Okay, guys, true test is always to cut a tomato. So here, let's give it a... Okay, so you want to be able to cut it without it squishing if you're not familiar with how to properly cut tomatoes, but I just want to see how thin I can get it right here. Oh, that's pretty damn thin. Okay, but it is cutting it really nice. So if I was gonna cut it into bigger pieces, it'd be... Oh yeah, it just goes through it like no problem. Also too, because of the tip on this knife, you can always pull and drag when you go to cut. So say I was gonna dice this, I could dice it like this, and then, yeah, the tip drags really good. I really like this style of knife because you can use it for lots of different things. You can do like slicing motions, chopping motions. You can pull and drag it. Just an overall very useful little blade here. Okay, I got halfway through cutting this carrot and I realized I did not have the camera rolling. So carrots though also chops, no problem. Also too, with the tip you could also always cut, you know, on a fulcrum like that. Okay, so far it has been cutting great. Until I do the chicken, I won't really know how well the edges held up. Cutting vegetables, you know, don't really do that much. So one more thing, let's cut up this lime. Okay, everybody that likes to drink cocktails has to cut limes. Cuts is very good. So same with the other ones. You can usually when I cut a lime, though, I'll just cut them like this, and boom. Okay, same here. Oh yeah, this thing literally cuts like butter. So far, this is literally worth every penny. I think this is, like, I would pay a lot more money than this for a knife normally. So yeah, let's get out that chicken and we'll see how it quarters chicken. Okay guys, quartering a chicken is always a good test on how a knife, first off, how a knife flexes whenever you have to carve around bones. It's good to have a little bit of a flex in a knife. Also too, how well the edge retention is going to be, because we're going to be hitting into some bones here, and just how easy the knife is to handle. This is something that you kind of need to be able to control the knife a little bit. Okay, so I like to just cut it from the backbone first. So I cut it here right against the backbone, and remove the breast off right there. Oh, there was a piece of something on my knife. That's okay. Okay, so now that I got the breast free on that side, I'm going to do the same on this side. Just cut right along the backbone. Okay, it's cutting very good. I'm kind of being a little careful here just because new knife, you always want to be a little more careful than normal anyways, just because you're not used to it. Okay, so now that I got the breast out, I'm going to cut it here just to kind of let that all out. And if I was going to spatchcock this, I would actually just rip this piece out and I would grill the whole thing flat, but we're not going to be doing that today. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of get this out of the way a little bit so I can kind of flip it over. Okay, and then I like to do is I like to flip it over and remove the wings first. The wings are easy to remove, so I just go here and you go here and find the joint, and your knife should kind of just do the trick once you come on. Here's what I mean about, come on. This one, no, come on. There we go. Sometimes if you just bend it, you can find the joint a little better. Sorry, I did that one a little off camera. Okay, so we got one wing removed there. Same thing. There we go. That time I kind of found the joint pretty good. That's the trick. If you can find the joint, you kind of just pop right off. Kind of. This chicken's giving me a little trouble. This is easier too on a turkey. Come on, you piece of garbage. There we go, sorry. Okay, I butchered that wing a little bit. Not too bad. Okay, drumsticks, super easy. You can just go in here. You could even leave it in a leg quarter if you wanted to. Drumstick, same kind of thing. You gotta kind of find the bone. This is where it's nicer to have like a little bit of a thicker knife for cutting through this. But even this thin blade, cutting it off pretty good. So I got that drumstick.
breast is pretty much falling off, but I'll get that after. Okay, so I got that drumstick off. I might as well get the thigh off because I'm right here. Okay, so the thigh. Actually, I'll get the breast off first. Okay, so there's the breast. Now, if you want to remove the skin, it's very easy. Just pull it off. I like to keep the skin on though. Okay. Okay, there's the thigh. Come on. Actually, this blade is cutting through this pretty good. So I got that thigh off, and I just got to do the same thing on this side. I'll start with the breast this time, actually. Okay, got that breast off. Got my drumsticks. Okay. Come on. There we go. And my last thigh. Yeah, I'm like, it can cut, like, just chop through the bone, really, no problem, okay? So then this is gonna be my carcass for making soup. So I'm gonna put that aside. All these little bits for making soup. Okay, but here I got my one thigh, and I got my two boobs. I got my two legs. My two wings, one of them I kind of butchered a little bit, actually not too bad. And then I got my two thighs. Okay, so it held up pretty good. Let me clean off the knife. We'll take some close inspections of the knife. We'll see if it can still cut through paper. And yeah. Okay guys, so I wiped off the blade really good, and on close inspection, the edge is perfect, and I hacked through some bones pretty good. I did a couple unnecessary hacks that I didn't really need to do, and I cut through a couple bones that I didn't really need to do, and it still is like razor sharp. Here I got that same kind of paper we had in the beginning, and it is still just cutting it absolutely no problem. So far, extremely impressed. I haven't even had to use the honing steel at all. And I do love how the handle came out of the honing steel too. Yeah, I haven't even had to use this, but you know, it looks like a good honing steel. Okay guys, so in conclusion, I've only had this knife for a day, but I was really impressed. It was really easy to handle. It's a good all-purpose knife. You know, you can handle pretty much every task. And yeah, I like the wood handle. I did stain it myself. I still don't know. Let me know in the comments if that looked like it was already stained, just with like a light finish, or if it was untreated. But either way, I love the way the dark came out, so I don't even care. But yeah, if you want to pick up this knife, I'll put the link in the video's description. Also too, if you want me to check out some other knives, maybe I'll check out like one of the other cheap Amazon, like a $10 chef knife, or you know, or something, or a butcher knife, or who knows. Let me know what you guys want to see. I'd love to make these videos. I like having fun making these random weird videos that I don't always get a chance to make. But yeah, the Amazon Santoku knife, totally dig it. Worth every penny. So far, no complaints. And yeah, and that's really all there is to it. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later. I'm gonna go cook that chicken, and peace out.